You and Your Young Child, a program of information and services available for you and your child from prenatal to age 5. You and Your Young Child has been brought to you in part by Minor Family Dentistry and by the Sternberg Museum of Natural History. Minor Family Dentistry would like to bring you the following dental health tip. It's recommended to have a dental checkup no later than your child's first birthday. An adult should brush for a young child and monitor older children's brushing to ensure a good job is done. Flossing should start when teeth are touching. Minor Family Dentistry wishes you good dental health. Families, including children of all ages, are welcome. Minor Family Dentistry, 1010 Downing and Hayes. Find them in the Next Tech directory.
Hello, and welcome to You and Your Young Child, the program devoted to early childhood. My name is Dana Stanton, and I'm the coordinator of early childhood grants for USD 489 right here in Hayes. And with me today is Cathleen Kroeger. Good morning, Kathleen.
Good morning.
Now, Kathleen, you are brand new to the Hayes Public Library, so tell us what you do there.
I am the children's librarian at the Hayes Public Library. Mm-hmm. So I am running the children's programming up on the second floor and helping just with the general circulation of materials for youth.
So I've probably seen you up there a couple times because my kids love the Hayes Public Library, spent lots of time there this summer. You and your staff have done an awesome job, so I'll just thank you from a parent. Now today you're going to talk to us about early literacy development. What is that?
Early literacy development is really the building blocks of reading, writing, and language. And it really starts at birth. So it's just getting your child to develop those skills that they need so that they can develop their language, their reading, and their writing.
Mm-hmm. Now, as a parent, I have young children, but even parents of much younger children than mine, very young children, babies, toddlers. What can we do as parents to foster early literacy development with our children?
There's really a lot that parents can do to help foster that early literacy development. And there's actually a program called 6 by 6. It's 6 skills for a child to learn by age 6. So I'm going to share some of those with you today. First of all, very easy is talk, talk, talk. This just means talk to your child. The more words that your child is going to hear, the more words that your child will learn. So the more words you expose them to by reading books or other avenues is how they're going to develop their language skills. Mm-hmm. The next one is tell stories. Just tell stories about everything. They need to be able to understand that stories have a beginning, a middle, and the end. So the more stories you tell them, the easier the concept will be. Mm-hmm. It might seem silly at first, but an easy way to do it is to just tell stories about what you're doing. So you might say, first I turn on the water, then I add a squirt of soap. And just telling little stories like that will help your child to develop.
Now Mom is going to the store, those sort of things.
Exactly. Yeah. Look for letters everywhere. This just means point out letters, point out shapes to your child. Everywhere you go, draw attention to those signs and letters.
I know that's how I told that my kids were finally picking up those beginning skills, because I'd say, "Ooh, I see an S on the sign," or "I see an A," or something like that. So as a parent, that's how I knew they were finally getting it.
Absolutely. Another way is to have fun with books. Read together, sing songs, and play games. Make reading for your child fun. Choose books that your child likes, and set aside some special time to read together, like after dinner or before bedtime. Mm-hmm. Notice print all around you. Help your child learn that print is used in lots of different ways. So provide books that your child can handle and hold. Allow him or her to turn the pages. And try matching pictures to words, playing games like that. Puzzles and other kinds of toys can often be a good help with that skill. Take time to rhyme, sing, and play word games. We all have a really great instrument, which is our voice. So the different inflections you can use with your voice, making it go a little bit higher or a little bit lower, can really help your child to develop. So spend time singing, reading rhymes, and playing word games with your child. So that's 6 by 6, and those are simple ways that parents can help their child.
And those are great and very easy ways that all parents can use. Now, what kind of things do you do at the library to help promote early literacy?
Well, to start with, we have story times. We offer story times Monday through Thursday. Story times are offered at 2 times in the morning, first at 10 a.m. and then again at 11 a.m. We also offer an evening story time on Mondays at 6:30 p.m. We have a couple of special story times to help draw in some interest and make it a little bit different for the kids who come to the regular story time often. We have a digital story time, and that's the Thursdays at 11 o'clock time slot. There's also a Spanish story time for those who are bilingual or are Spanish speaking, and that would be at Wednesday at 10 a.m. And that's in addition to the other story time on Wednesday at 10 a.m. And all of our story times include singing songs, a little bit of movement, the stories, and sometimes some games too.
What about outreach? People who maybe can't get to the library?
We do offer some outreach. We do realize that there are daycares or preschools, nurseries that can't come to the library because they may have so many kids and no way to transport them. So we do offer some outreach, and we'll send out our remote storytime storytellers to read to those daycares and preschools.
I didn't know that was one of your services.
Absolutely. So if there's a preschool or daycare that is interested in getting involved in that, they'd like a storyteller to come out to their site, all they would need to do is contact the children's department, and we can get a time scheduled for us to visit.
Now, I think a lot of people know this, but maybe not. To access services at the library, do you have to sign up? Is there a fee? Are there certain requirements?
Well, at the Hayes Public Library, all of our programs are absolutely free, and they're open to everyone. Regardless of if they have a library card or not, they are welcome to come in, and the program is free. Now, if a patron would like to get a library card so that they can check out materials, adults, it's pretty simple. They need a photo ID, and they need to have some form of document that shows their address. So like a bill would work very easily, for example. And there's a list of counties that the card would be free: Barden, Cloud, Ellis, Ellsworth, Jewel, Lincoln, Mitchell, Osborne, Ottawa, Pawnee, Phillips, Republic, Rooks, Rush, Russell, Saline, or Smith counties. All of those are free library cards if you live in those counties. So that covers a pretty broad area in this region.
And you mentioned Alice.
Yes, absolutely. Now, people who live outside of those counties but would still like a library card are absolutely welcome to do that. And it's just a $3 fee to do that card if you live outside of those counties. Children's cards are even easier. They just need the guardian with a photo ID, and those kids can get signed up, and it doesn't matter what age they are. They can be 30 seconds old and get a library card.
Awesome. That's wonderful. Now, if people have questions, if you're a child care provider and you want to talk about the story time, or just a parent who wants to have more information, is there a website that they can check, or what number can they contact to contact you?
Absolutely. We do have a website. It's www.hayespublib.org, and there's a calendar on there that you can view all of the programs in the children's department. There's also calendars printed out at the library if you want to come visit us on the second floor, or if you just want to call, it's 785-625-5916.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Kathleen. And if you haven't had your children to the Hayes Public Library, please take advantage of this great service. It's a wonderful place for kids. I know I sometimes drop my kids off at the second floor, then I go downstairs and check out my books, and then go back upstairs. So it's really an activity for the whole family. So thank you so much for the information. Check out the Hayes Public Library. You've been watching You and Your Young Child, the program devoted to early childhood. Parents, remember, you are your child's first and best teacher. Thank you.
Thanks for watching You and Your Young Child, a program of information and services available for you and your child from prenatal to age 5. You can watch the program weekdays in the noon and 9 o'clock hours. You and Your Young Child has been brought to you in part by Minor Family Dentistry and by the Sternberg Museum of Natural History.